one thing you're always hoping for is for the forecast to come together. You know, everyone's like, who's going to win? You're like, oh, let me see what the waves look like first. And for stop number 3, this is an absolute score.
Yeah, it is a score. And, I mean, look, it's all a matter of having the events in the best windows of the year, really. Part of the key, not just going to the best locations. You still need a bit of a luck with the forecast, but this is generally a good time of year.
So we did get started during the break. J.Vaughan got this wave, just all setup work to get this thing to grow down the line, Brody.
Yeah, these ones are sneaky. It's, like I said, like the wave selection thing is so hard because you can take off on a wave that isn't that good at the start, and then it does this. It just doubles up and it's all clean and buttery on the inside, and yeah, it's kind of a bit of a gamble just choosing a wave.
And then Connor Coffin on an opening ride here, Bugs.
Yeah, backhand attack again. I mean, the backhand's been very powerful.
And just lightning fast through the lip line there, Brody.
Yeah, this guy's been looking like a standout in all the free surfs. Just laser sharp, big body, big turns. Like that looks like a 70% Connor, like, which is pretty scary.
Yeah, pretty wild how powerful he is, how many points he demands for every turn as he's just drilled 2 big snaps. Carves into the pocket, backhand float in transition for O'Leary. Chucks it through the lip line again and has found some great sections to work with. Wow, that was a rhythm. That was magic for O'Leary.
Yeah, like I said before, like that wave was really small at the start. Like it just doesn't look like a good wave, and he just saw it growing down the line and just, man, he went to town on this. Like this is like a 3 or 4 out of 10 wave for right now, and he just ripped the bag out of it, and he's gonna get a pretty decent backup score for sure.
Just crushing sections, and for his size.
So like the way the tour is structured nowadays, you feel like you're just up against it, but that's sport, and to kind of overcome those moments is what it truly makes you feel alive.
Mate, I'll tell you, it's pretty amazing how good you are at spotting the growers. Like a lot of your scores coming from deep.
My game plan was to say no a lot out there, just like say no, 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 and then when I see it, go pull the trigger. Don't second guess it. You know what you're looking for, and just pull the trigger. And I'm stoked it worked out.
As he's moved on as well, so we'll see how the Australians go in this one. J.Vaughan from North Shelley Board Riders digging in with his first turn. There's the carve. He's hoping for this low road to build into a nice double up wall. Little chip there to set up hopefully something fun right here. There's a little section to tag. Still not letting him just racetrack down the line, so he's going to try to surf the end section up and ends up throwing away the punt attempt.
It looked like he was trying to find that ramp or even just kick his fins out. The wave didn't cooperate that well with him. I thought it was going to do that, like kind of slow at the start and then really grow at the end, and it kind of grew, but it kind of had a few weird lumps in it. So I just don't think this wave was gonna, wasn't an excellent wave. But you could kind of see right there, he just little kick stall looking for it, and then just had that weird lump in it. So hopefully he can get a cleaner one on the next one and give us a heat.
Yeah, you kind of compared to those runners that Callum Robson had. Darren Hanley makes boards for these guys. One thing he said last night, as we go into the pit with J.Vaughan, look at that line, and he's able to survive. The lip was trying to catch up with him and take him down, and gets dropped off the Red Bull ski right into a keg.
Sure, but this is full commitment behind the rock. If you fall, you can get seriously cut up. But yeah, that was he did well to hang on. That thing was
a mid-range score for the barrel from J.Vaughan, so he's going to move on from that and try to get a better number here. Carving on a small section. Will it double up? He's got it going for him now. Reaching for the alley-oop. Foot disconnects on the top of his deck and loses that punt, something that he's famous for doing. He's even maxed out the score line on the Challenger Series for gigantic moves above the lip, and he'll look to reset now.
Yeah, well, I mean, as Brady, you alluded to, he's going to have to get above the lip line.
A couple of seasons injured and still turning in great results. Jack now working with Luke Egan this year. That's new. And I think they had to go through a couple of little free surf sessions just so Jack was trusting the knee before the season started. They're feeling 100%. This is J.Vaughan setting up a nice bottom turn. He loves that coping that he's pushing off of some big snaps, carrying his speed well through every single target. Now into a wrapping cutback. Really got going with a lot of maneuvers in a short space there. But always going to be tough against the power of Connor O'Leary, and especially with a smaller pocket.
I think it was just a tiny wave and didn't give him that, just didn't give him that clear, steep, clean wall. But he surfed really well and he's looking sharp. Luckily, he got a good result in WA, so coming out of these first 3 events, if he can't turn it around here, at least he's coming away with one good result. Just even staying in that second round, that last heat was so huge for Callum, just to make it into that.
This is the move right there. Using priority just like you guys figured and crushing sections with this big hammer. Connor O'Leary hasn't really had to deliver a big turn in a while because he got 2 back-to-back, and look, he's still fired up. A backhand masterclass on every single section. O'Leary making it into a double up now. Running after the lip line, and he slams it shut. What a performance from O'Leary. And we've set up an all Bonsoy matchup in round 3 with Callum Robson and Connor O'Leary. And Joel will reset for Raglan. He did do a strike mission there in the off season, so felt good there on his back end attack as he's looking for a big result at stop number 4 of the season. Good time to hang out with you, Brody Sale. Wow, what a giant heat for Connor O'Leary. A very tough heat for J.Vaughan. That last score, a 4.83, left needing a combination of numbers to move into the 3rd round.
Not really thinking about competition. And then he started campaigning on the QS, and he did pretty well. He got some decent results, but there was always talk and chatter about Jack needing to really work on that flow and that rail surfing. Once he made the grade, Joel, you were surfing with him a lot here on the Gold Coast, and you were blown away by just the evolution in his high-performance surfing.
Definitely. Everything from aerials to, tube riding is phenomenal, but the whole lot, He really has, he's strong in every part and every wave around the world too, so it's amazing.
Yep, and no doubt clawing his way back from injury has been the real challenge this season, but he's starting to look good right here and looking good in that last heat, dropping a couple of big numbers, Vaughan. Connor O'Leary.
Yeah, Connor O'Leary, the backside meat axe just gets pulled out and you just bludgeon that line up to pulp. Congratulations, mate. That must have felt pretty fun.
Yeah, man, it felt good to just kind of perform. I feel like it's been a frustrating 2 events just because I feel like I've been surfing, at the peak, but, things haven't been aligning. And it was funny, I actually saw Ock before I paddled out, and he looked at me and he just goes, just switch that mind off, brother. And I was like, that was the best bit of advice I could get from one of my all-time favourite surfers, backside Eddie. I was like, it's meant to be. So, yeah, hopefully I did it. There's a little tribute to the Ock, so thanks.
Oh, that's all time, mate. A couple of the shy boys looking out for one another. Yeah. Mate, tell us about the start of the year. How much has it sat with you? How hard has it been to sort of just click over and get into a headspace where you can do your best surfing?
Yeah, I think it's just a massive overthinker, and I just feel like I'm just constantly on that loop of when I feel like I'm getting a bit stressed, then I start overthinking and feel like I need to make the right decisions and be afraid of not making the right decision. So just then I was just like, I'm going to get a chance. Just have a crack and keep rolling, use the ski for advantage and enjoy snapper with 2 others out. And you really utilise that 35 minutes because, I want to spend more than 35 minutes out there with one other person. So that was kind of the theme that I set. And, yeah, stoked I was able to just roll on a couple and kind of just get on the back foot and just really have a good honest crack.
Yeah, you had a mean crack, mate. There was plenty of cracks going on out there. This morning I asked you, is this going to be a day for the goofs or the regular footers? You didn't even answer, you just laughed at me. I took that to mean that you were going, it's all about the backside. It was honestly, the waves you got were just so beautifully scooped out, and the time that you had in your free surfs, you were one of the standouts leading into this event, which says a lot because there was so much quality surfing going on. But the back end looks totally in sync with that bank, mate.
Yeah, thanks, mate. I think it was just more like not overcomplicating it, and if I see something that is looking like there's a bit of water down line, go and just keep rolling. And yeah, just like I said, just not being afraid to make a bad call, because you got the ski and you're going to go back around in 2 minutes anyway. So yeah, it was just find that pace and just when I had the chance that something was in front of me, really give it a crack and yeah, just trust what I've been doing has been working. And yeah, it's been fun in the prep. As frustrating as the crowd is, but yeah, I feel like I'm feeling good and got an old faithful, which is even cooler. And yeah, I mean things are rolling, which is cool.
Fantastic, mate. Great result, great surfing, and yeah, keep bludgeoning away.
Yeah, thanks, Morty. Let's go.
Thank you, Vaughan. Yeah, Conor O'Leary looked deadly and has looked really solid in all the free surfs in the lead up to this event getting underway. So we'll keep an eye on him. He's going to be taking on Callum Robson in the third round. 16 minutes remaining here.